Hello. Um, First off, that was so cute. If you all watched that video, we had not seen it before, and I was like, oh, it's so cute. Anyways, welcome to BreatheCon 2026 and our first keynote. We are so excited you are here. Can you believe this is the 10th BreatheCon ever? That is crazy. I am Anna. I'm one of your co-chairs. I'm 34 and was diagnosed just after birth, thanks to the newborn screen, which was a trial at the time and has now become standard practice. When I was 22, I had a lung transplant, which lasted 6 years, and I'm just 6 years out from my second lung transplant. I'm currently taking time off work to focus on my health, and I live in San Jose with my boyfriend, and we have a cute little dog. In my free time, I love to travel, knit, and crochet.
Hi, everyone. I'm Katie. I'm 44, and I was diagnosed at age 1 from failure to thrive. I've been super fortunate to be able to benefit from modulators the past 10 years, and they've completely changed my life. I was a public educator for 20 years. Now I work in ed tech and get to live my dream of working in tech, and that's really thanks to Trikafta. And like Anna, I love to travel and I'm always hunting for the greatest food while doing it.
To get started, we wanted to see how many BreatheCons you all have been to. So please go to the Mentimeter tab under the stage on the right-hand side of your screen and select the answer that fits your experience. Nice, good to see some responses coming in. Oh, we got 5 people who are new. That's awesome, welcome. Let's see, oh, we got 1 person who's been here for all 10 years. If you
Show
are that
yourself in the chat.
yeah, just say hey or something in the chat. Let's see, we've got a lot that have been 5 to 9 years. I'm seeing in the chat some 3s, some 4s, first year. Oh, Casey White, nice. She is who has been to all 10 years. Let's see, we got 2 now though, so there's another person. Bryce, I'm with you. I can't remember how many I've been to. Definitely like 3 or 4 at least. Keith, also all 10 years. That's exciting. And Marissa, another 10-year person. Nice. We have a pretty good spread of everybody. It's exciting to see everyone who's brand new this year as well. We're super excited to have you. All right. You guys can keep answering that, but we're going to move on. So it's cool to see so many of you have been to so many of these. Welcome back. And we also want to give a huge welcome to those of you who are joining us for the first time. We're so glad you're here. BreatheCon is such a special event to get to connect and learn from your fellow CFers. And we hope that if you are new, you feel the special atmosphere that has kept us all coming back year after year. BreatheCon was started back in 2016 to address the need for community for the growing CF population. The Adult Advisory Counter felt that a place for CF adults to connect that also balanced the risk of infection was needed. The solution, a virtual conference type event. Now, if you think back to 2016, you might remember that this was actually long before the Zoom takeover of 2020. At the time, a virtual conference was unheard of and on the cusp of new technology. That didn't stop the team. Casey White and Marissa Benchea volunteered to be the first co-chairs, and BreatheCon 2016 was born. Over the years, BreatheCon has grown and changed, but one thing remains the same: the drive for community and connection. Through various platforms, we have gotten to share, learn, cry, laugh, and lean on each other. Let's look at some of these more memorable moments and milestones over the years.
When we talk about BreatheCon being 10 years old, what we're really talking about is people. People who showed up when they're tired, people who logged in from hotels, living rooms, and everywhere in between. People who needed community more than perfection. So today, instead of a highlight reel, which we had a little bit at the beginning, I want to walk us through our shared timeline, not just of events, but of growth as a community. Because BreatheCon didn't just happen alongside the CF community, it grew with it. Let's go back to the early years. In 2015, something important shifted. For the first time, 50% of people with CF were adults. That number mattered then, and it still matters now because it marked a turning point. CF was no longer a pediatric story. It was one becoming of adulthood, careers, relationships, leadership, and longevity. But it was also still a story shaped by distance, by needing to be 6 feet apart, by learning how to build community without being in the same room. That same year, Orkambi was approved. Hope felt tangible, but cautious. And in 2016, BreatheCon launched. Not as a polished conference, not as a perfectly mapped out event, but as a brave idea. What if people with CF didn't have to do this alone, even when we couldn't be together? By 2018, Symdeko was approved. Treatment options were expanding, and so was our sense of possibility. But even then, we know this progress didn't reach everyone. Only about 50% of people with CF could benefit from these new modulators, which meant celebration and waiting existed side by side. In 2019, BreatheCon really found its rhythm. We saw our highest attendance to date. We introduced the swag contest, which sounds small, but was actually huge as it meant creativity, ownership, and fun. And yes, we had a comedy show because laughter is definitely a part of surviving CF. That same year, Trikafta was approved, and everything changed for 90% of us. Not instantly and not equally, and not for everyone, but undeniably for many, things changed. In 2019, we launched Path to a Cure, a reminder of hope and advocacy coexisting. That progress doesn't mean we stop pushing, especially for those who still are waiting. In 2020, the world shut down, and somehow creativity opened up. For many people, masking and distance were brand new, but to us, the CF community, we were really familiar with that. We already had been living this way, protecting our health, navigating risk, and learning how to stay connected while staying apart. That year, we had Fall Risk the Musical, which still feels like the most BreatheCon sentence ever, and was the joy in the middle of fear. Connection with when isolation was the default for everyone. In 2021, we became more intentional about belonging. We launched the Welcome Buddy program and one-to-one video networking. Because showing up to a space is one thing, but feeling like you actually belong there is another. And then in 2022, KC White, BreatheCon's first co-chair, was named chair of the CF Foundation Board of Trustees. And that mattered deeply because having a person with CF in that role meant decisions were being shaped by lived experience, not just intentions. It was more than recognition, it was representation. Proof that leadership from this community doesn't deserve a seat at the table, it belongs at the head of it. In 2023, we took a step forward with live Spanish audio translation. This meant accessibility wasn't an add-on, it became a part of who we are. In 2023, we tried something new with our first game night out. Because community doesn't always look like panels and keynotes. Sometimes it just looks like play. And in 2024, Electrek was approved, another marker of progress and another reminder that science keeps moving because people are advocating. And in 2025, we sang together at virtual karaoke. And honestly, that is one joyful milestone from this entire timeline. And now it's 2026. It's the 10th anniversary. But we have to take a moment to recognize what's changed in this timeline. You see more than events. You see a community that has learned how to hold both hope and grief at the same time. And because we've come this far, we carry loss. Before we move forward, we would like to pause and remember the friends that should be here with us. Their voices shape the community. The laughter, leadership, advocacy, and love that we have for them still echoes in everything we do. They are a part of BreatheCon's story, always. All right, what you're about to see are voices from this community. Reflections on what BreatheCon has meant, how it's changed, and why it still matters. These stories aren't polished, they're real, they're our stories. So as you watch, I invite you to notice not just words, but the through line. Connection, resilience, and the quiet power of us showing up for one another year after year.
Everyone, happy BreatheCon weekend and 10 years. It's hard to believe we've reached this major milestone. My name is Marissa Benchea, and I'm excited to be joining all of you this weekend for our 10th anniversary of BreatheCon. I'm also honored to have been involved with this event since the beginning as one of the founding co-chairs alongside my friend Casey White and other friends of mine with CF. We started this event as a place for us to not feel so alone living with this disease. We really wanted to create something by adults with CF for our community where we could feel seen and heard and hear stories from others within the CF community. It's been so inspiring to see how this event has evolved and grown and changed over the last 10 years, to see the different co-chairs make it their own and bring new elements to BreatheCon, whether it's happy hours or workshops or talent shows or comedy events or speed networking. The event has changed as we've changed as a community. And it really has been heartwarming to see how this event has evolved to what it is today. It's hard to pick out a favorite moment. I know that sounds really cliche, but I want to say in the first few years with the after hours events, we were online to maybe 1 or 2 in the morning. And I love how the CFF staff was just like, hey, we're out of here by like 11 p.m. And we just stayed on and hung out into the early hours of the next day. BreatheCon means so much to me as an event, but this community means so much to me. And I love seeing people who formed friendships from this event, who have come for the first time and met their first person with CF. People who I think have even started businesses together. I mean, BreatheCon has really done so much to transform our community. And if you're attending for the first time and are inspired to get involved, jump right in, because we need as many new and fresh voices within BreatheCon as we can have, and also the next generation to be involved in BreatheCon as well. So we wouldn't be here without the CFF staff. I just have to thank them for everything that they've done to support us through the years, through all of our wild ideas. You all have been phenomenal. And then to thank our current co-chairs, Katie Fielding and Anna Battista. Thank you for your leadership. We are stronger together as a community, and BreatheCon is only going to get better. So I'm just so happy to be here celebrating with all of you this weekend. Thanks so much.
Hi friends, I'm Tami, and today I'm here to share why I'm so grateful for BreatheCon. My first attendance was in 2019. I knew no one. I really didn't have any CF friends and didn't know what to expect. My very first small group discussion, I met this beautiful person, And she welcomed me with open arms and made me feel comfortable and just invited me into her life. And then it introduced me to others after the event. And I remain forever grateful to her. And I've always enjoyed re-attending BreatheCon every time it's been offered, because it's an exciting opportunity to meet other people with CF who share similar situations and circumstances so that we can learn from one another, right? It's a great opportunity to come together, to reconnect, and to share life, and to learn, and to grow, and to realize that we aren't on this journey alone. I'm forever grateful to her. Yes, she knows. Thank you, as always. And BreatheCon's just a special place in my heart. We're truly living in uncharted times, right? Through all of the research and science that we are partaking in on all different levels and varieties. And who knows where the future is going to take us? I'm sure, like many of you out there watching, never expected to be here where we are today and living as long as that we have. So for that, I am truly grateful. I will always, always enjoy reattending every BreatheCon that I can, because my hope and dream is that I can be that light for somebody else, like that very first kind soul was to me. I want to pay it forward, right? And so I'm grateful. I'm looking forward and exciting to where the next 10 years will take us on this journey. And I'm looking forward to sharing this journey with you and meeting you in BreatheCon. Too much love. Be well. Be happy. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brandon Wright. I'm 38 years old and I live outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. I've had the honor of working alongside of BreatheCon for several years now, serving as the planning committee, welcome crew, and last year's co-chair. For those who are returning, welcome, and for those that this is your very first time, we're so glad you're here. It's hard to believe that this is the 10th year of BreatheCon. I got involved in BreatheCon as a way to give back and to be involved, not realizing how much I truly needed this sense of community. This year's theme of reflect, reconnect, and revitalize really hit home for me. For reflect, I felt connected with BreatheCon at a time when I didn't realize how much I needed to see other adults living their full, honest life with CF. Over the years, it's grown from an event space where I feel seen, understood, and energized. BreatheCon has been a constant reminder that I'm not navigating this world alone. I've made many personal connections and true friendships through BreatheCon. Reflecting as this year's first theme, there's been one experience that stayed with me, and that's the conversations. Those moments when somebody shares something vulnerable and you realize that you're not the only one carrying that fear or that hope. Those moments stick with you long after the event has ended. For reconnect, the BreatheCon community feels authentic and supportive. It's a place where you don't have to explain CF or yourself. Last year, I did a blog on coming out, and at least with my CF community, I don't have to do that. On BreatheCon, people show up as they are, and there's a deep understanding and a sense of respect and encouragement. Many of us have heard or used the verbiage chosen family. It refers to the supportive network of people, friends, partners, or mentors, intentionally selected to fill roles based on love, trust, and shared values. I couldn't be more honored to have my CF family and BreatheCon connections as my chosen family. Lastly, with Revitalize, being part of BreatheCon has helped me trust my voice and my experience. It's shown me that our stories truly matter. It's not just ourselves, but to others walking the same or very similar paths. That's been incredibly empowering for me. So this year, come to BreatheCon with an open heart. We don't have to have all the answers. We just have to show up. This community has a way of meeting you exactly where you are, and I'm so excited to see how this continues to grow and to support the next generation over the next 10 years. Thanks so much.
Marissa, Tami, Brandon, thank you guys for being a part of these 10 years and for helping shape what comes next.
It was a lot of fun looking at BreatheCons of the past and where we have been as a community. If you are new here, hopefully that gave you some ideas of what to expect. To celebrate the 10th anniversary of BreatheCon, we have chosen the theme Reflect, Reconnect, and Revitalize. We hope to reflect, to take time to look back over the past and celebrate where we have come from and what got us to this point. For Reconnect, we want to join back together as a family, remembering that despite all the changes with treatments and life, we are still one community with many shared experiences and can come together for support and friendship. Then we want to look to the future, to revitalize. We hope through connection and sharing each other's stories, we can be encouraged and empowered to go back out and continue the fight. This year, we will have different discussions, panels, and workshops you can join. A few we're really excited about are the panel on advocacy to help you find out more about how you can be involved with CF on a broader scale, and some small group discussions about the new challenges we are facing as we begin to live longer. We are also super excited to host peer-led workshops. Several of your peers have submitted plans and worked hard to bring you a fun session they are passionate about. We have a yoga class to help you get the blood flowing, a comedy workshop, always a good way to take some stress off of life, a creative writing activity, photography workshop, and an art workshop to help process life through different mediums, as well as some more practical sessions to help learn how to build community, and another focused on being prepared for emergencies. All these workshops are led by other CF adults and really highlight the talent and skills amongst us. I also want to address a few quick housekeeping notes to help you make the most of BreatheCon. First, a gentle reminder of our event conduct guidelines. Please be kind, open-minded, and respectful throughout the event. If you need to contact CF Foundation staff for any reason during the event, including tech support or navigating the platform, please visit the help desk on the left side of your screen. We also have some fun ways to connect. You'll find the event chat on the right-hand side, where you can chat with all BreatheCon attendees. The stage chat is just for conversations happening within the session you're watching. We are especially excited about this year's social wall. Share your experience using hashtag BreatheCon 2026 on social media to see your posts appear on the wall, or create a post directly within the platform under the social wall tab. You may have already seen a few of the posts that are there. And finally, you can visit the reception tab at any time to view the agenda and which sessions are happening live. There will be a little poll for you to fill out, so go ahead and do that, please. We are so excited for the days to come, the friendships that will be strengthened and started, the fun that will be had, and most importantly, the community that will be felt. Welcome to BreatheCon 2026.